Hello folks, welcome back to Jim's Raised Bed Garden. Sorry it's been a while. Had a little bit of a health issue and finally getting over that now, so need to get out and about and show you what's going on at Jim's Raised Bed Garden. Come and have a look. Right folks, last you may have seen in my last video was the end of a storm. Well, most of Scotland were getting 90-mile-an-hour winds. Jim's Raised Bed Garden was done over on 30-mile-an-hour winds. So it's not good, but the cover's fine, so I think the cover will go back on. I think I've decided I'm not going to bother, unless you tell me in the comments below that that's a bad idea. But I'll just show you why I'm thinking that. Most of these tomatoes are done, I would think. There's a few on this one, but not many, and that's stopped really growing there. I've got a lovely sweet pepper in the corner. And I think I've grown them outside in the past and they've been fine. I've got another small tomato here, tomato plant, and what I've got, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about eight tomatoes on there. So I'm thinking it's virtually done, isn't it? The one behind me pepper here is probably the worst one of the lot. It's me cherry, dark cherry, chocolate, I can't remember whether it was a chocolate cherry, not a chocolate cherry, just a dark cherry, black cherry. I've literally got 3 on there. My cucumber is virtually finished. There's absolutely nothing on it. It was going absolutely crazy, it was going all over. I think there's well, there's something on there, but I don't think that's going to grow, do you? That's solid, rock hard. I haven't even got a flower on. So I'm 99% certain to get rid of the cucumber. And my honeycomb F1, what you see is what you get, that's it. So I've got no, well, there's flowers there, but thinking they've just letting them go and then get rid of that one. This money maker is pretty good. I've got a few on there. Some lovely sized tomatoes. I think they need to come off really. A few more up there. Small ones up there. But this one is what I brought. I mean, look at that. I'm really pleased with that. There's another one there. Now, this is the King of the North sweet pepper that I had in my little miniature greenhouse round the corner, and I'll show you shortly that that's gone. So I brought this in here, and I don't know, jury's out. Do you think I should put the cover back on? Got a sweet pepper in the back corner. They've got a few flowers on there. I don't know if you can see that. A few flowers there. A few more there. I think I've got pepper on there, like, so I don't know. Like I say, jury's out. If you think I should put the cover back on, just give me a shout in the comments. I think the temperatures have been absolutely crazy. It's 25, 26 degrees today, but it's been cloudy most of the day. But I think tomorrow it's got to change. I'm recording this on Thursday the 14th, so Friday the 15th I think we're down to about 19 or 20 degrees with cold winds off the North Sea. So I don't know. Let us know what you think anyway. I've got a showing me other tomatoes on the other side. Right, here's the other tomatoes. I've got one question for you, so I'll show you in a bit, but they're me outdoor girl. Really pleased with them, plenty on there, and really nice flavour. I'll definitely grow them again. Now these are I've got them marked up as Heinz 1350, and if you've seen my Instagram page, we've had a debate, and I think they're more, they look like something else anyway. They certainly don't look like Heinz. These are definitely Heinz. Really doing well. Just wrong colour, not red. I'm trying to think of what these remind me of. More for a sauce. I'm trying to remember. But whatever it is, I haven't actually planted any of them, which is crazy. But I think I've just made a mess of the marking it up as a Heinz. If you've got any ideas, let us know. I think all I've planted are Outdoor Girl, Heinz, trying to think of the other ones, Honeycomb F1, which is definitely not that, and Moneymaker. I think the Roma was the one I was trying to think of. No, I've planted Roma in the past, but not for a couple of years. But anyway, I've got plenty tomatoes on there, and these had a lovely, picked one and only Heinz, and I posted it on Instagram, and I wasn't that keen on the flavour, but Danny Grow Up Channel and Debbie, I'm not sure of Debbie's Instagram page, but I'll put it in the notes. And they were having a discussion about it's not for flavour really, like in a salad, it's more for a sauce. So, but the query I've got of this one is one of them, and it is only one. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if that's anything to worry about. It's the only one on the truss, so any ideas, give us a shout, and I'll appreciate that. Here's another one. It's supposed to be a Heinz. There's a few on, not many. And this one's supposed to be Heinz as well. Now these are a lot smaller, so I'm already having my doubts. Really small. Keep climbing up the cane. So as these are outside, I'll just let them go anyway. So quite pleased, especially with these bad boys. Really nice. And eventually I will make some sauce, Danny. Happy days. Just an update on my strawberries. I think the strawberries are finished. I mentioned that before. So I need to get planning for next year. I've got a few runners. I've planted them in and staked them in. So that one seems to have worked. There's a couple over here have worked, but this one's just not happened, has it? So I'll create a bit more space and I can have a look to buy some more plants. I've had a few suggestions to get some strawberries like later in the year. So yeah, quite pleased with that. As you can see, my strawberries are finished, but I think this bed's done really well. Started off with my garlic and my overwintering onions, and then after that, when they're finished, I planted some leeks out there, they're all doing canny. Got some lettuce down here, and with me dwarf French beans, and the one dodgy tomato, which has done really well, really pleased. But these dwarf French beans, I'm definitely impressed with these. I've had 3 or 4 pickings, and I'm even thinking of planting some more up, which I'll go into later on. But the leeks, pleased with the leeks. No hurry for the leeks. Apologies for that. That's Archie joining in the dog chorus, which is quite irregular. Just have a little look up at this raised bed. I've got the cover on. Did this a few days ago when I should really have been resting up. Pulled my Swedes out of there, and I've planted some cabbage and some collie. I don't have luck at all with either. I think last year I planted a few in my potato bed, and I think I ended up with 1 cabbage. So I don't hold out much hope. So I'll give them a try. My cabbage is Copenhagen Market. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. I don't even know where I got that from. Probably just looked through Premier Seeds Direct and thought I'll give it a try. At the back of the raised bed I've got some more rondo peas. I wasn't sure whether to plant them, and I thought, no, nothing ventured, nothing gained. But they're growing, but whether they grow sufficiently enough is another thing. But certainly enjoyed those peas this year. Alright, 30 litre pots. Big bumbler there. Plenty of big bees about and butterflies. I've got a few tomatoes on there, but I don't know what type they are. Got my courgette. Me 1 courgette. Got another one on the back there, but it's soft. There's another one on there, it's actually gone, totally gone on it. So I'm quite happy with the one. And later on I'll take them other 2 off to try and help the one that's grown. One courgette. Everyone else speaks of how many they get. This one I just a lettuce and wild rocket. Now we had some wild rocket and lettuce for tea last night, and Pat made a lovely salad. I was really impressed. I love my wild rocket, but it's just never grown this year. Never grown. 2 pots of celery. Really pleased. We tried that last night as well, and yeah, really nice. First time growing it, and I'll definitely grow that again. I think this 2 lettuces have gone. I picked a few last night, but I think maybe going for the rabbit next door, if they'll have them. Might not be good enough. A few more beetroot. Slowly but surely they're growing. And I've got these 2 little pots. That's obviously just going to go in the bin. But I'm going to try some carrots. I'll show you my carrots on the way around to the next bed, but I don't know. I've tried to improve the soil, put some sand in, and I'll show you. So I thought I'm just going to put a pile in here and see what happens. Nothing to lose. I feel as though I haven't had any carrots really. I've had a few. Blueberries, less said about my blueberries the better. And another rescued tomato. Don't know what it is. Lo and behold, right on the bottom. I'll take that. I'll just show you me carrots. I don't know. I'm doing something wrong, obviously. So 2 shot on the left, early 90s in the middle. I don't think I've got any early 90s. And Autumn King, I've got a few there. It's a bit more controlled when I planted these. I think I only had about 9 and they're well spaced out. So we'll persevere, we'll see what happens. I'll show you me carrots that I'm really pleased with. And my onion bed. They are there. Really pleased with these. Really pleased. The onions are a bit small, but then I keep forgetting. I do them in 3 rows here, like, so the carrots on the right are like the 3rd row, middle row was planted after those on the left, so it's going to happen, isn't it? So I just got to be patient. not my most favourite word, and we'll see what we get there. But I think I've decided for next year I'm only going to pick one of these, Red Baron, Bedfordshire Champion, Ailsa Craig. Whatever turns out best, I think I'll stick with them and my overwintering onions. But I don't know if you can see here, it's better in to the human eye, Paris Silver Skin. A pile of them in there. And they're all germinated, doing well. And even here as well, I don't know if they're showing up very well. They're very thin, but they're there. And I've got some more beetroot here. So, yeah, that's coming on canny. I just got me Cara. I was going to do them about 2 weeks ago, and I can't believe what I found out. I thought I must have dug up a couple by accident, and they weren't very big, and I was expecting jacket potatoes, Cara. So I started to dig around and Google. It said to feed them with tomato feed, to feed the potatoes. I couldn't believe that. So I tried it, and I'm going to give it a few more weeks. I'll leave them in as long as I can, and hopefully they'll be alright in there. But hopefully if the tomato feed works, we'll get some decent Cara potatoes. But in this bed, I've decided I'm going to plant some more stuff out. So got some lettuce and some beans. Aye. Yeah, fine, thanks. Apologies for that. My neighbour, and Archie of course has to come and say hello. About time he showed up, isn't it? Aye? He's brave on this side of the fence. As I was saying, yeah, I'm going to put some more dwarf French beans out, some rocket. I'm going to put another line or 2 of rocket in there, and just try and get some more stuff on the go. Actually, I've got 2 little pots down the bottom of the garden now. I'm going to put some carrots in and just try and get some more stuff. I know it probably is a little bit late, but some more beetroot in this pot here. Needs weeding. I think there's more weeds than blinking beetroot, but got something, yeah. Compost coming on. Archie's getting in the way, and yeah, I'm quite pleased with this. So, my corn, get some shaking done. Huh? So, I'm not going to have a world record number of cobs, but they're there, they're growing. So I know I've got to shake these. How to get these tassels germinated. Happy days. It took its time, but we're there. And got to do something with my sunflower. I think it's got to produce a flower soon. So I've got 1, 2, 3. Got about 5 possibilities of 5 flowers. So might get one for you yet, Linda. One day. Right folks, that's all for this week. Just want to say thank you very much for everyone who subscribed, who watches my videos, likes them, and like I keep saying, particularly the comments. But I want to say a special thank you to everyone who wished me well during my ill health. And really it's arthritis I've got, inflammatory arthritis, and it's absolutely wicked. But without boring you too much, because I'm sure if anyone has arthritis, they'll know exactly the pain that you go through, and it's not nice. So it's about a week since me flare up on my foot, and it took about 3 or 4 days, and I was itching to get around the garden, but even now the swelling hasn't completely gone. So thank you to all those who've wished me well on Instagram, and hopefully I'm over the worst now and we can get on with showing you Jim's raised bed garden. So thank you all very much, and I'll see you in the next one.